Hello and welcome to Food Neighbourhoods on Monocle Radio. I'm Monica Lillis and once again we visit the places locals love for their food and drink. This week we're looking at a slice of history in the shape of Lily's Baked Goods, which has been serving New Yorkers for nearly 40 years. It's the story of Alvin Lee Smalls, known as Lily, and the changing face of the iconic Harlem neighbourhood. Here, Lily joins Charlie Bell to speak about his life's work.
My name is Alvin Lee Smalls from South Carolina. The name Lily is my nickname. My real name is Alvin Lee, so they just call me Lily. I'm from a family of 11, 6 sisters and 5 brothers, 11. I work in Myrtle Beach as a short order cook, but never baking. I started my baking career in New York. I came in New York in 1962. I got on the bus in 1962 with a shoebox with a bologna sandwich, potato chip, and a Pepsi Cola. I came in, I ain't know nothing about New York, first time out of the state. But during that time, all my brothers work at New York Hospital and had a job for me. And like I said, I started peeling onion. I peel a bag of onion without crying. Nobody could do that with me. The rest is history.
And why did you leave? Why did you get on that bus with the sandwich and the Pepsi Cola? What was the thing that made you?
Well, I was doing okay in Myrtle Beach because I was a short order cook. That was a big thing. But they were treating us bad, and I started the first strike on Myrtle Beach. I took the boys, I said, let's get out of here. I told the guy, let's walk. The Greek guy that we worked for, they call it Mammy's Kitchen in Myrtle Beach. He came and begged us to come back to work. That was back in 1962. I started working at New York Hospital, peeling onion in the vegetable room. And they had a bakery there. And I asked the guy, I like what they was doing. So he said, okay, and I went to school for about a year or so, learn the basics. And from then on, all I do is, for about 2 years, all I do is grease pans, because they had 6 bakers. And through the years, I learned to do all the jobs. And after that, I would just say, just got obsessed about the baking.
That obsession led Mr. Lee to strike out on his own in the late 80s. For about 10 years, he had a couple of bakeries a few avenues away up by Columbia University. But around the millennium, he moved here to 118th Street and has been here ever since.
And I came here in 2001 at 118th Street now, 8th Avenue.
Manhattan's 8th Avenue has 3 different names. It's plain 8th Avenue as far as 59th Street and Columbus Circle, before becoming Central Park West as it runs up the side of the park for 51 blocks. It's at the top of the park, at 110th Street, that its name changes. 110th Street marks the beginning of Harlem, and here it becomes Frederick Douglass Boulevard, in honour of the famous abolitionist who, born enslaved, became one of America's most famous sons. This is where I'm standing, beneath an 8-foot bronze statue of Douglass. It looks right up the avenue into the heart of Harlem. The monument marks the beginning of 15 blocks that have been transformed from a blighted, economically depressed stretch of buildings into one of the neighbourhood's most sought-after areas, known as Restaurant Row. But this is a recent phenomenon. It wasn't so long ago that this area was synonymous with urban strife, as Bobby Womack's 1972 song Across 110th Street makes only too clear.
Harlem is the capital of every ghetto town. Say across 110th Street. She's trying to catch a woman that's weak. Oh, across 110th Street. Precious won't let the junkie go free. Oh, across 110th Street. You can find it all.
So tell me, when you first came here, what were the streets around here like?
2001, when I came, it was just my only customer was the methadone clinic. I didn't get that much customers from the neighborhood. And my customer came from really around the city because for 60 years I never missed Thanksgiving making pies. So I made a lot of pies from different people from the hospital here. And but like I said, when I came here, it was nothing but empty fields and no abandoned buildings. And like I said, my customers, the only methadone clinic was across the street.
It's interesting, isn't it, the discussion about the gentrification of this area. Some people are very angry about it. Some people have done quite well out of it, you know. Obviously the demographics have changed. Lots of different people, white people, have moved in here. But at the same time, a lot of the restaurants are black owned. A lot of the businesses are black owned, aren't they?
I think about 6 on the boulevard, 6. Me, Melba, I think Veneteria, Chocolat.
And how has the neighbourhood changed in terms of the people who live here?
You have people come in with more money, but rent went sky high, gentrification, you know. The place is just altogether different. You won't recognize 2000 to now. You won't recognize the place. Everything's renovated. Everything is streets clean. Place is clean. It's just nice. A lot of people have to relocate. They can't afford it. I'm lucky because the church owned these buildings. So my rent it was like okay in the beginning, but sooner or later, all the rent is getting sky high.
What is it about baking and cakes and sweet things which is so attractive to you?
I love sweet. Baking is an art. It's not like cooking. You get yourself some yeast and some water and flour and a little sugar. You can create things. Like I experiment with things for the last 30 years. If you got about 7 good recipes, you can put all of them together and make another item.
And it's an amazing array of things that Mr. Lee makes. He makes cookies, he makes cheesecakes, he makes apple crumble pie, he makes
bread pudding. Well, rugula is the best seller, but my Danish is one of a kind.
So rugula, tell people this is a special delicacy, rugula, and tell us a little bit about it, how you make it.
Rugula I think it's a Jewish pastry. It's made with a lot of rich ingredients: butter, cream cheese, not too much eggs, which is good now. Made with apricot, chocolate, raspberry, and sometimes prune. The filling. It's all made by hand, from scratch.
And sometimes when I come in here, you're saying, "Oh, this is too hard. I don't want to do this anymore." You're a young man still,
It's a young man. I'm 83 now. Well, I'll still do it on the weekend.
You're a perfectionist.
That's why I last so long. I use the same ingredients for the last 60 years. My special flour is all Trump. It's true, all Trump.
All Trump.
That's the name of the flour. If you're not using all Trump flour, you're not making good rugula or good pastries. The best flour. That's the name of the flour for real. You don't believe me? You don't see it?
Trump.
All Trump. That's the name of it.
It's a couple of days later, a sunny Saturday morning, and I'm coming back to Lily's on the promise of his famous Danishes, which he said he was making at the weekend. Hi. I came for the Danishes.
Peach, apple, and Russian coffee cake.
Peach, apple, and Russian coffee. Russian coffee
Cake.
Babka. Wow. I'm gonna get an apple Danish. Yeah, that looks delicious.
Can't beat the Danish, man.
Can't beat any of it.
Okay.
Now for the moment of truth. I'm just gonna get the apple Danish out of the bag. Sticky with icing. Lovely cinnamon swirl within the Danish. Delicious apple filling. Excellent.
Food Neighbourhoods is a Monocle production from the team behind the menu. This episode was written and edited by Charlie Bell. For more food and drink stories, tune into the menu every Friday at 2000 London time. I'm Monica Lillis. Thanks for listening.